Hey guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle, and tonight we're going to talk about, and I'm not going to use that word. I promised myself I wouldn't use that word. We're going to call it a jitter bait, just for safety's sake, okay? And you all know what I'm talking about. You don't play stupid. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to make these, okay? You know what these are. Apparently a lot of people have been getting in trouble for calling them what they are. So I want to go over something that we found. I found this little lure component thing on Amazon, and I thought this was pretty interesting. So this allows you to put a blade on pretty much just about any jig that has an eye that goes that direction, okay? And I'm going to show you the components here, and it comes in a few different sizes. I got some large and I got some medium ones, and I've been trying to toy with the notion of trying to figure out what jig I want to use, and I've poured a bunch of these Manic Mullets, okay, from Do It Molds. And what I want, and this is a 1/2 ounce jig, and what I did was I modified it. I modified the hook actually a little bit. I bent it to go into that mold, and this is a 5/0 hook, which it's supposed to take, but I think it calls for a different style hook, which I don't have that size, but I had 5/0 of something else, so I just bent it to fit it. But what you can do is you can take that blade and it goes right there, and it gives you a little piece. It gives you these little pieces of steel. I think they're stainless, and it allows you to put a little piece through. It goes through that actual eye of the hook, okay? And then what you do is you can lock it into place. So it's got this little setup where you would actually take the wire, you'd put it through the eye of the hook on the bait, and then all you do is tie it into place. Now, what orientation you do this with, I don't think it really matters, but you want to basically have this in place. I'm trying to show you and look at the camera at the same time. So it's got little holes, and you can see it right here. It's got little holes. See those little holes? So that pin will set down. Let me show you this pin real quick. Essentially, here, this will be a lot easier if I just do it like this. Sorry for the confusion, guys. Essentially, you'll take this pin, and this pin will go in one of these holes. Oh, so irritating. You might want to start with the hook first. It hooks around in one of those holes and then goes through the other hole. But the idea is you put that bar through the jig eye, okay, the hook eye. Then you take this side and you clamp down. You just take some pliers and you clamp down these little tabs. You see them? You push those down, you squeeze them. See it? I'm going to turn it sideways. See that? Right there? So you squeeze that down, and that will keep that bar in place on the bait. So I've already gone ahead and done that on some bigger poison head jigs, which that'd be pretty cool. I can put some skirts on these big old hook. Okay, so that's kind of neat. And then what I was thinking was I put it on a smaller one too, like a smaller, I think that's a poison head as well, okay, rather than trying to fight a blade on there. And this one already has a skirt on, ready to go. So I just really wanted to get on here and talk about these. I did pour a couple of Manic Mullets already, so this is what we use. And it's pretty good little, it's a pretty nice little jig. It does not have a holder for a skirt, okay, which we don't want a holder for a skirt. Well, my intention was to not have a skirt on this one because I want to use it for something very particular. So what I want to do is I want to take this 1/2 ounce jig, and I want to put a paddle tail swim bait back here with no skirt and a chatter. I'm sorry, not a chatter, a jitter. It's a different kind of blade. So we're going to use that blade on the front with a paddle tail out the back. I thought that would be kind of interesting. So you got the vibration on the front, and you got the paddle kick in the back. And I kind of want to test this out to see how bad this impedes. Does this blade actually impede with that tail? So let me get some heat going. I'm going to get you down here to the bench. I think what we're going to do, like I said, I've already poured these, so we're done with the lead portion of the video. But I wanted to get one of these kind of made up and painted so you guys could see what it looks like when one is completed, and I can show you like what my intention is to use it for. So let's get you down to the bench now. I want to show this to you. Okay, so I know you all have seen me paint jigs before, and all I'm gonna do is I want to do something kind of simple. I just want to do some black. We're just gonna do some black, okay? And then after we get done painting it black, I'm gonna throw a little chartreuse on the bottom of it, okay? On the belly, like just a belly color. So let's go ahead and heat this thing up. Let's get our forceps out, grab this jig. And again, this is that Manic Mullet, really cool. It's really thin. See how thin it is? But it's a very, very cool jig. I like the big eyes on it. So let's get this thing painted up, and I'm gonna throw some eyes on it so we can see what it looks like. So again, we're just gonna do some black paint. I'm gonna shake it up real good. I'm not using any of my fluid beds tonight. I don't really have a lot of time to film this video, but I wanted to get you guys something this week, and I kind of wanted to play around with this. And then maybe we'll experiment with doing some skirted jigs too. So I would say we're probably pretty hot there. And I apologize for the view if it's a terrible view, but let's try this. Okay, got some black on there. Got it in there good too. I missed a little bit back by the where you push the bait on. So I'm just gonna cover that with a little bit extra paint. And then I'm just gonna return it to the heat, get it all shined up, okay? Okay, so again, I just want to get one of these made just so we can see what it looks like, and we're gonna put one of those blades in there so you guys can understand and see what it looks like. All right, so I'm happy with that. I'll show you guys what it looks like here. Just solid black, painted nice, on there good, okay? So now we are going to take the chartreuse and we're just gonna sprinkle some on the belly of the jig. And I want a decent amount, so I kind of like that right there. Gives it a nice little vibrant color. All right. So we got that. And we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this jig baked for 20 minutes at 350. Just so that we've got the paint set, okay? But that's what it looks like. So it came out pretty dang good. All right, so I'm gonna bake this real quick. You've seen me do that before. And then we're gonna come back and put some eyes on it. All right, so I found some eyes. These are some 9/32 or 7.5 millimeter. And this is a Do It. Cosmo is the name of the eye. Looks really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 of these on this bait. And I think this is gonna look incredible. It's the first time I've actually gotten to use these eyes. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna throw a little dab of super glue behind the eye. Let these chill here. If I can get the glue to come out. Oh, jeez. Now I get my crap together here. There we go. Little dab of super glue there. Okay, there's one eye in. Probably not going to use as much glue on that one this time. I put a lot on this last one, so. we go. Okay. So what do you think of that, guys? Isn't that pretty cool? It's like a green chartreuse-ish type color, reflective color on there. Man, that looks cool. All right, so now that we have this, what I'm going to attempt to do here is put on one of these blades. So I've got my pin. See the pin there? I'm going to try to bring that around. And we gotta think of orientation here. Gotta bring it around there, put it in the middle. There we go. See it? Dropped into place. I think I'm gonna rock it with those little folds down. And then all we do is take a pair of pliers, okay, just a pair of needle nose, and I'm gonna push that tab into place. Now I don't know how well these are going to hold up. No clue. Hoping they hold up pretty good. I'm just going to try to mash these down a little bit harder. I'm actually going to use these split ring pliers. Have a little bit of a lip on it, so it'll push it down real nice and tight. Let me see if I can show you that. See that? Real nice and tight on both sides. Okay, just push that right in there. So the blade's not coming off, okay? I mean, it would take something pretty substantial to pull that apart. Maybe we ought to do a test on that at some point. But for right now, visually, we're gonna say that that's pretty good. So, it also comes with some little snaps. So we're going to go ahead and put one of those on. When I do these baits, somebody told me one time I think I was doing it backwards, but I'm pretty sure it goes on the bottom. So I'm going to put this through, put it through, snap it in place, and there we go. Okay. There we go. Jitter complete. Okay, blades there, baits there, this is here. Okay, now I want to show you what I intend to do with this bait. Let me go grab a paddle tail, and I want to show y'all what I'm trying to go for here. And I will get I got two really cool colors here. I got one that's kind of got a color shift to it, and then I got one that's like a chartreuse. So let's start with the chartreuse. I think that would look pretty bad. I don't mean bad, I mean like badass. Okay, pretty sure this goes down, comes out right about there. If it's anything like my underspin, which it is. So there you go. This is what I was intending to build. Paddle tail, Manic Mullet jig as a jitter bait. Okay? That's what we were trying to build, guys. Right there. So I'm pretty impressed with that. That's exactly what we wanted. Now I will do some testing with this, and I might do like a video, or maybe even like a short video, just like maybe if I can get some good camera footage of this actually moving through the water. I think I'll try that. But there's that, and then I've also got this one right here that would go on the back pretty well. Kind of a cool little, let me see if I can get you down to the bench a little bit further. Kind of a cool little setup that I kind of thought of, that I thought, hey, you know what? That might actually be pretty darn neat. See if I can get you at one click there. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So this is what we were intending to build. Now again, I'm pretty excited about these blades because you can paint the way you want to paint and put them on whatever jig you want. You don't have to open up the eyes, and you don't have to put another dang split ring in there or anything like that. So pretty excited about what you could do with this combination. So again, neat little kit. I'm gonna put the link for this. It's from Amazon. I'll put the link for this in the description of the video, and you guys can go check it out. The Manic Mullet mold I got from Barlow's. Really cool mold. Awesome little jig if you want like a big-eyed jig. Again, it's more for like a swim bait or something of that similar type thing. Like a paddle tail like this fits it perfectly. But a great setup. Always support Barlow's. Use my code Bait and Tackle, B8N Tackle, all one word, and it helps support the channel. You don't get a discount, but it really does help me show you more stuff from them on the channel. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Like I said, we're just making some simple jitter baits with these really awesome lure components that I found on Amazon. This makes building these a lot easier. Like I said, I'm not out to sell these. I'm not selling these things. So if you are selling these things, just be careful, because there is a certain company that's coming after people for selling this type of bait and calling it what it is. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I have nothing against people trying to do that. The company is in their right track to do that, especially if people are trying to sell them. They're trying to push a product. I understand, I get it. But for people that are just trying to build their own tackle, this is pretty darn cool. And that's what I like to do, is teach you guys how to do this stuff, you know, really for yourself. I mean, if you want to sell them, knock yourself out. You take that chance, not me. But again, really cool bait. Definitely going to get some cool pictures of this. And hopefully, like I said, I'll get some footage of it swimming in the water. So thank you guys again so much for watching. This one was a lead video. I'm trying to do some different type videos, like kind of split it up a little bit. I've got some fishing from last summer. I might throw that in here at some point here coming on. We need to probably do a review video of 2023 at some point. There was some pretty good fish that were caught in 2023, but I also had a lot of really good tackle making videos that came out in 2023. So again, we're going to have a big giveaway at 2,500 subscribers. I'm probably going to be giving away a lot of the big-eyed fatheads, like my shirt here, the big-eyed fatheads, and some swag, of course, all that kind of good stuff. But again, 2,500, we get to 2,500 subscribers, we'll be doing another big giveaway. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, as always, to keep on baiting.